I'm with Gavan Hennigan, a great advocate for adventure sports and for outdoor pursuits. You think this is a solution to some of the problems we have in society, Gavan?
Definitely. My own personal story is testament to that, having grown up using a lot of alcohol and drugs at a young age and ended up in rehab at 21. Just after coming out of that, I started surfing on the west coast of Ireland, and that really saved my life. And then from there I've gone on to travel all across the world.
What is it about getting outdoors? Does it have a physical or a mental benefit for the person who gets involved in it, or a combination of both?
Definitely a combination. Obviously there's the physical side is very relevant, running around, climbing mountains, cycling, surfing, all this sort of stuff, but just getting outside and connecting with nature is hugely valuable, and I think it's overlooked really as something to benefit people mentally in today's world.
Why is that? Are we not developed enough in Ireland? Have we infrastructure that we should be putting in place?
I just think that there's been that culture of going to the pub and going out and stuff like that, and nowadays people are starting to sort of go away from that a bit more and just do these sort of adventure races the Quest do, and take part in triathlons and surfing and where people used to moan about the weather in Ireland, we've realised now that there's a huge playground here of mountains and ocean and stuff, so it's all on our doorstep really.
How difficult is it to get involved? It sounds very, very demanding, things like triathlons and all-night runs.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of look at it and think that, but if you look at Quest, for example, they do entry-level sort of races, so it's very easy to come along and do a sort of a short 20k route, so it's very, very accessible really, and there's caters to all levels really, experts in that. So with a lot of these things, it's very easy, I think, to get into it.
Now, how did you get involved yourself? You grew up in Galway. When did you discover the outdoors, and can you even remember the moment?
Well, I mean, I actually, just grew up outside Galway City, and I always was into the outdoors, but with the alcohol and drugs, I went away from all that and spent more time indoors really. And it was after as I said, got clean that I started to really relish it and realise it was very good for me to have that sort of healthy outlook, or healthy addiction, I suppose, really, because I got right into it. I was surfing like a madman for years, and now I'm doing a lot of adventure races and different challenges.
It started in Lahinch?
Definitely started in Lahinch, yeah. That's a good spot for surfing, yeah.
And ended up in a rowing boat?
Exactly, yeah. So I just recently rowed across the Atlantic, which became a bit of a dream of mine a few years ago, and I managed to fulfil that just recently. On the 1st of February I finished a 3,000 nautical mile row from the Canaries to the Caribbean.
Why the obsession with the Atlantic? You're not the first person to have been haunted by this.
No, I mean, it's I've always looked out over Galway Bay and had this fascination. I grew up swimming down Salt Hill and obviously surfing, like I said, so yeah, it's always captivated me. I've been a commercial diver for a number of years. I've been kind of in every body of water around the world, and then to take on a challenge like that was just hugely appealing to me, to go out there on my own in a boat and sort of battle the elements and try to come to one with it really, and which I managed to do, which was hugely amazing thing to.
Lowest moment of that trip?
Just the overall sort of frustration with the weather and the currents and the winds, I suppose, just trying to deal with those every day, and realising that it wasn't really up to me when I got to the other side. It was kind of the ocean's decision, so yeah.
And what's next on the Gavan agenda?
So at the moment I'm training for the Iditarod Alaska, which is a 1,700 kilometre race along the Iditarod Trail in Alaska, and it's the longest continuous foot race in the world, so I'm hoping to be one of a few people to manage to get myself across Alaska in one piece.
Best of luck with that, Gavan. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Cheers.